Namaste everyone and
Namaste.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
The children said such beautiful prayers. I was going to start my speech also with prayer to Ganpati Bappa, Lord Ganesh, and to my gurus, both in academics as well as in music. But the children did my job, and a beautiful one at that. I was impressed, many of them knew all the words and were reciting along with the taped music, and I'm really impressed. So my kudos not just to the children, but even to the parents and the gurus who have been teaching them and raising them with all these wonderful shlokas and values. So I will start with Goddess Saraswati is also a goddess of art, music, education. Ya kundenu tushar har dhavala ya shubhra vastramruta ya I'm going to start speaking on some of the thoughts I have been working on last few days. When I was called to speak in front of all of you for this beautiful occasion, Baba's 94th birthday, I was thrilled because this is such a privilege and this is such an honor to be coming here, to be standing in front of you, all of you, at the feet of Bhagavad Shri Sathya Sai Baba, and share my thoughts with all of you. And when Srinivasji mentioned about the concept of human values is going to be something of a focal point of this evening, I thought, why don't I talk on something which has helped millions and millions and millions of people for their behavior, for their thought processing, for their complete thinking, and in spite of having a very normal life, also following the morality of life. And what came to my mind is a wonderful advice and the explanation given by none other than Bhagwan Lord Shri Krishna. Everyone knows the story. First of all, let me pray Shri Krishna. Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram. Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram. Sarvadeva namaskaram. Sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam prati gacchati. No matter whom I pray, whom I do namaste to, and where I do it, all that goes. Just as the rainwater finally reaches the wonderful ocean, so also my namaste and my surrendering and my prayers, everything goes to none other than Ishvara, Shri Krishna. You all know the story. There was a war to be happening, and Bhagwan Shri Krishna and his most coveted favorite disciple Arjuna, Prince Arjuna, they are getting ready for the war. And Arjuna says, well, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is the chariot driver of Prince Arjuna. And Arjuna says, one last time, Bhagwan, I want to have a look at all the people that I'm going to fight against. So Bhagwan he drives the chariot and takes it right in the center. Sena yoyor bhayor madhye sthapita ratham achyuta. Bhagwan Shri Krishna takes the rath and stations it right in front of both the parties, both the fighting people, the groups. And Arjuna looks at, one look at the enemy, and then he starts literally shivering. Siddhanti Manu Gatrani. You know all the shlokas, so I'm not going to spend time in repeating the shlokas. I'll just give you my thoughts and explanation, if you will. And what happened, Arjuna? Bhagwan asks, when I look at the enemies, I see my gurus, my grandfather, my uncles, my cousins, my friends, all the kings and princes of all the kingdoms that I have dealt with and played with. And how can I fight against them? How can I kill them? And Bhagwan Shri Krishna laughs. And he says that, listen, you will have to get rid of all these nervous and scared thoughts from yourself, and you must perform your duty, because as a warrior, you are required to perform the duty without thinking what the consequences are, what's going to happen at the end of your fighting. And then Bhagwan Shri Krishna explains and everything, and Arjuna gets rid of his nervousness, his fear and everything, and gets ready to fight the war. Well, you know what this is. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, right? Bhagavad Gita is the one where Bhagwan Shri Krishna has addressed all the confusion, all the fundamental issues, and all the points of both contemplation and mixtures of all human beings in such simple, straightforward way that, to me, Bhagavad Gita, in my opinion, is the epitome of Hindu philosophy. Not only that, I will go one step further, and I shall say that Bhagavad Gita could and will be and is, in my opinion, the essence of all the philosophies of humankind. All the philosophies, Bhagavad Gita. So I'm going to talk a little bit on some of the concepts, rather 3 of the concepts that have been very beautifully postulated in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talks about 3 marga or 3 yogas to reach salvation or the freedom or the liberation. What are they? Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Jnana Yoga or Jnana Marga, Karma Yoga or Karma Marga, and Bhakti Yoga or Bhakti Marga. Marga means a way, a road that you follow to reach the salvation. Yoga, about the same. Yoga is actually the tapasya and marga is actually the road. This is a literal translation. Jnana Yoga. We will talk about the very first one. Jnana Yoga. What does Jnana mean? Jnana means knowledge. Jnana means education. And once a person gets to pursue the knowledge and education, that leads to wisdom. So Jnana is wisdom. Nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vartate. What does that mean? Nahi jnanena sadrusham. There is nothing like jnana, pavitram iha vartate, as clean and pure, as moral, as holy and pious as jnana. So Jnana Yoga is something that I will talk a little bit. When we are talking of Jnana Yoga, a difficult yoga, a difficult marga, what are we addressing? What are we thinking? There are many questions, many inquiries that come to our minds and that should come to our minds. Inquisitiveness, inquiry, curiosity, these are the fundamentals of gaining knowledge, gaining jnana. Who am I? How was this universe created? Who created that? What does it include? Is it going to continue like this? Is there an end to this? Etc., etc., etc. All these questions, when we start thinking of all these questions, and we become very inquisitive about such things, these are nothing but spiritual inquiries. And these spiritual inquiries lead us to thinking, lead us to do a tremendous contemplation. Manana, Chintana, Dhyana. These are the basics. The inquiry is the basis of all this. Shankaracharya has many times said that realization, self-realization of all these things, all these, finding the answers to all these questions is actually the knowledge. Spiritual inquiries linked to the knowledge is also the fruit of the soul. Fruit of the soul. Shankaracharya said that. Soul. What is soul? Soul is Atma. What is Atma? We all have Atma. We all have Atma, we all have bodies. Atma is the Chaitanya. Atma is the Chetana. Body is Ashashvata. Chaitanya or Atma is Shashvata, which is perennial, permanent feature. Atma is absolutely permanent. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha. Beautiful shlok in Bhagavad Gita. How is Atma? It cannot be burned by any fire. It cannot be destroyed by any weapon. It cannot be made wet by any liquid or water. Nor can it be dried by wind. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka. This is how Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna. Atma is indestructible. It is Shashvata. What is Ashashvata? What is perishable? What can easily be destroyed and is going to come to an end for sure is the body. That is Ashashvata. There is another beautiful shlok in Bhagavad Gita. Vasausi jirnani yatha vihaya. What does that tell us? Just as you and us, you and I, we all change our clothes. We change our clothes just easily. We take out our clothes and put on another set of clothes, another sari. under the clothes, under the pants, under the shirt. So also, Atma disposes of the Sharira or the Deha or our body because it is ashashvat, perishable, and goes into another Deha or Sharira to give Chaitanya or Chaitana to the new body. This is how the explanation of Atma and the Sharira, the relationship or the combination between the two has been beautifully explained by Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Now this Atma, how is it just sitting there? Is it just idle? Perhaps or perhaps not. There is another shlok in Bhagavad Gita which says, Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Na Atmanam Avasadayat. That beautiful long shlok. What does that tell us? That means our Atma and me and my Atma are my own friends. If we allow, but if we do not pursue the friendship, then our own self can become my ripu, which is enemy. Uddharet Atmana Atmanam Na Atmanam Avasadaya. This is a long shlok where the last one is said that Atma becomes your bandhu or Atma becomes your ripu, which is enemy. It's all up to you. See how much we have, how much human value we have within ourselves. Just imagine Bhagavan Shri Krishna says how much you are. On one hand, we are the instruments in God's hands. On the other hand, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, I have given you vivek, the freedom of thinking, to decide whether you want to be your own enemy or if you want to be your own friend. Uddharet Atmanam. Do have a look at that. And when we think of that, Atma is everywhere. Everybody has an Atma. You have it. Animals have it. I have it. And when we die, Atma takes another rope. Then what happens? Atma continues. And Deha is Nashvanta. Deha is perished. So all this is very beautifully given in the Jnana Yoga of Bhagavad Gita. Another marga that Bhagavan Shri Krishna talks about is Karma Marga or Karma Yoga. Karma. What is karma? Karma is action or deed. It's a literal translation. Karma is action or deed. What you do, the work you do is karma. There is a little bit of aberration in this word karma. Among many people, they say, oh, it's my karma, that's why I'm suffering from this. Oh, it's my karma, that's why I'm getting this. Well, what they mean is, it's the prarthana. But karma actually means the deed, the action. It is selfless service to all. Love all, serve all. Bhagavan Sai Baba has told us all. And service to all with selfless, which is completely without having any selfish motive, is what is karma yoga. Now, the karma that is done, the selfless service that is done, the actions which are taken depend on many things. What purpose do you have to do this action? What instruments do you have? What caliber do you have? What capabilities you have? What situation there is? All these things contribute to your doing karma. And after this is yoga karmasi kaushalam. Kaushalam is your caliber, your capability, and karma is action, and yoga. then only the yuti or the yoga will work. When all these things are together and the action is carried out, and then there is the fruit. Very difficult thing to think that we are doing any action without any fruit. Because I'm one goal-oriented person. Aren't we all? When we were little, we were told by our parents to do studies. The goal to study well was to write the exams and pass the exams. So we studied hard. So for that particular karma, the goal was to pass the exams. And when we were going out, when we were young, we looked for partners of life. We fell in love with somebody. There was a little bit of goal. Well, I would like to marry this person. A small goal. Why not? So it was a goal-oriented effort. We joined workforce. What happened? Again, goal-oriented actions. Goal-oriented effort. I would like to have an excellent performance appraisal so that I will get a great raise. I will climb the corporate ladder in Canada or anywhere in the world. These were the goals. So our efforts are always goal-oriented. Yes, Bhagwan Shri Krishna never denies that. As a matter of fact, goal inspires you. For someone like me, I'm a very goal setter. I get up in the morning and set some goal. That I'm going to do 2 hours of riyas today so that something. So there's a goal set. For a week-long work, there's a goal set. For a month-long work, there's a goal set. Everywhere there is a setting of goal. No, Bhagwan Shri Krishna never said don't set a goal. But Bhagwan Shri Krishna is advising Arjuna, to a human being like us, well, he was way superior, but he was a human, that don't have unnecessary too much attachment to the goal, or to the fruit, or to the result, or to the outcome of your karma. Get rid of the attachment. What happens to us is many times when we study hard and we don't get as many marks as we expected, we become very nervous. So basically, if the fruit is good, we become extremely happy, excited, start distributing peda and laddu to everybody. I got first rank, When we just pass, oh well, what the heck. And when we don't pass at all, when we fail, we become so depressed, disappointed. In many cases, people give up. They say, I'm not going to pursue this. I'm not going to be successful. What's the use? I'm going to fail. These are all the attachments to the outcome or to the result of your efforts. Bhagwan Shri Krishna says, don't do that. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturuhu mate sangotsva karmana. Ma. The word ma is don't. Do not. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturuhu mate sangotsva karmani. Don't get attached to your fruit. As a matter of fact, he goes one step further and tells us that surrender the fruit, give up the fruit. Not only don't get attached to the fruit, but give the fruit away and continue the same karma. Don't give up your karma because the only right I have given to all of you is to do the karma. How the outcome is going to be, what the result is going to be, is not in your control. What is in your control is to put your best foot forward, work hard, do the honest efforts, continue doing that. That's within your rights, that's within your control. Not the outcome, not the fruit. And since that is outside your control, Why do you worry about it? Why do you get attached to it? Don't get attached to it. So, Bhagavan Shri Krishna has told many shlokas how the karma could be done, how the karma should be done, and how you can be successful in staying completely detached from the outcome or from the result or from the phala or the fruit of your karma. This is in a sense the karma yoga that is discussed and beautifully explained by Bhagavan Shri Krishna in the karma yoga part of Bhagavad Gita. Now we come to the bhakti marga. Beautiful bhakti marga. What is bhakti? Bhakti is devotion. What is bhakti? Bhakti is trying to establish a connection with the divinity. What is bhakti? Bhakti is God, seeing God. Seeing God in everything and everywhere, in everybody. That is bhakti. Yo mam sarvasva sarve pashyanti sarve mahi pashyanti. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarve mahi pashyanti. The one who sees me, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, the one who sees me, that is God, that is Almighty, in anything and everything and everywhere and everybody, that is bhakti. That is bhakti yoga or the bhakti marga. And it's a very, very, very beautiful marga. People say that it's one of the easier ones between among the jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, karma yoga and bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is the simplest. I don't think so. Because we can do that, because we have the ability to do that, we feel that it is an easier one. But if we really give it a try, we should be able to follow all the margas, all the 4 margas, these 3 margas, with bhakti attached to it as a complete surrender. If you see, if you think of all the saints, or all the saint tradition, the Santa Parampara of India, you will notice, and I'm sure you all have already done it, most of the Santa, most of the saints were musicians, poets, don't you think? You take any, we just had a wonderful recitation. Sangeeta, someone told me, is a Carnatic musician student. And Sonia is a Hindustani music student. The Carnatic music, the Trinity, Shama Shastri, Tyagaraja, and Muthuswami Dikshitar. All of them, if you study the Krutis, it's all bhakti. Especially Tyagaraja, because I'm from Hyderabad and know Telugu a little bit. Tyagaraja's Kruti are beautiful Telugu compositions of Prabhu Ramchandra. Completely bhakti. And when you're singing that, you don't feel you're singing. You don't feel you're doing a big riyaz and talim and all those things. It's very beautiful. You're just singing them. And it's bhakti. Same thing with others. You go to the north, you listen to Santa Kabir, you listen to Santa Mirabai, you listen to Santa Raidas, you listen to Santa Brahmananda Swami. Beautiful poetry pieces, beautiful music, beautiful bhajan, beautiful kirtan. Even Guru Nanak was a kirtankar. All the 10 gurus of the Sikh faith are the kirtankars, and they still have the ragis and the kirtankars of the Gurudwara as a main part of their archana, of their praying. Same thing with any other religion. There are beautiful hymns, and there is beautiful Sufi music among the Muslims, which is all devoted. The music, Sufi music is all bhakti. As a matter of fact, They say that the Bhakti Marga of North India had a tremendous Sufi influence, which is Bhakti. All the people have done Bhakti through music. Well, I'm so happy because I'm myself a music student, an eternal student of music. I'll tell you one interesting story. You all know that Bhagavan Vishnu is all over. He resides everywhere, he goes everywhere, he visits everywhere, and so does Sage Narada. He goes everywhere. One day, Sage Narada met Bhagavan Vishnu, and Sage Narada asks Vishnuji, Bhagavan, you go here, and you go there, you go to Svarga, you go to Patal, you go to Prithvi, you go to Chandra, you go to Surya, everywhere. Where do you really reside? May I know where you really live? And where would you like to live? Vishnu answers, Naham vasami Vaikuntha. I don't live in the Vaikuntha, a beautiful abode in the heavens. Naham vasami Vaikuntha, naja hrudayasya yoginam. I don't even reside in the hearts of the sadhus and the saints. Madbhakta yatra gayanti. Wherever my bhaktas and sevakas sing, tatra tishthami narada. Naham vasami vaikunthe nacha yoginam hridayasya. Madbhakta yatra gayanti tatra tishthami narada. I live with the Bhagavan, with the bhaktas. Bhagavan lives with the bhaktas who sing. Isn't that wonderful, Sathya? And Sangeeta? That's what, perhaps, that could be one of the reasons I took music. I don't know. And I love performing, singing for God. Because I know that I feel a little bit closer connection with the divinity when I'm singing. And when you are doing that, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarve Mahi Pashyanti happens automatically. For example, Kabir says, Savabana me sava savabana me sava apa viraje savabana me sava apa viraje jada chetana me dolata dolata. Hey Bhagavan, you reside in the jada, you reside in the chetana, you reside in the vana, the forest, you reside in the mountains, you reside in the oceans. You are everywhere. And when I'm singing, I see you everywhere. It's as if you are the ones who is everywhere. This is Kabir Das. Isn't that beautiful? Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarve mahi pashyanti. There is another beautiful, see, in the Maharashtra there is a Santa Parampara, right from Santa Jnaneshwar to Santa Tukaram and Santa Samartha Ramdas Swami. So one of the Santas, Santa Namdev, it's a very famous, he has created many thousands of abhanga. And one of the abhanga, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi has made it very popular among all. It is Tirtha Vithala, Kshetra Vithala, Tirtha Vithala, Kshetra Vithala, Deva Vithala, Deva Puja Vithala, Tirtha Vithala, Kshetra Vithala. Everything everything is Panduranga. Tirtha, the Tirtha Kshetra. Guru, Guru Devata, Guru Puja, Guru, everything is God. Everything Santa Namdev sees God in it. It's the same thing with Santa Zanavai. Santa Zanavai was a maid in Santa Namdev's house, and she used to take a huge laundry to the river every day and wash it. So some people said, isn't it too much work for you to take all this laundry all the way to the river and wash it? And it's too much work, Santa Zanavai, rather Zanavai. That time she was not a Santa. She said, no, it's not a big deal. Why? Because Vithava comes and helps me. Vithava is the one who is doing. Vithava is the one who is putting the soap and doing the rinsing and doing everything. So no, look at that. Look at her attitude. Look at her way of looking at the things of her work. Not only the work was karma, but she was surrendering that all the way to the Vithava. So she never felt that she was doing a very hard work. That's what it is. That's what it is. We have this habit, we as in all of us, we do some good work. And we say, oh, you know what? Two people are talking. You know, I did this for this society, and I did this for such and such center, and I did this for and they are counting how much I'm doing. This. And when they are alone, they say, oh God, why did I say this to that gentleman? Did I hurt him? Oh God, why did I punish my child? All these things. What does that tell us? What we are doing is we are doing the karma, whatever karma it is, karma, vikarma, akarma, whatever. What we are doing is we are counting. We are continuously counting what good things we have done, what bad things we have done, and we dwell on it. We waste our time and energy in thinking about it. So there is another beautiful line, a poetic line for this. It says, Nahi punyachi mozani, Nahi papachi tozani, Nahi punyachi mozani, Nahi papachi tozani, Jide ganga khaatse pani, Jide ganga khaatse pani. I am not going to count how many punyas I have accumulated, nor I am going to kick myself and hate myself and prick myself how many papa I have created or I have unfortunately accumulated, because after all, what I am just a small drop in the beautiful river flowing, the river of life. The river of life, I am just a small drop. And what's happening? There are millions and millions and billions of drops of water around me. So I'm giving myself too much importance. So this is ahankar. So consider yourself as Ganga se pani, Ganga, river, the pani, which is water. Just consider yourself as the drops of water of the beautiful river of life, so that you will never feel and that you are counting something and you will be completely out of ahankar. Because you know what? When you are completely ahankar rahita, that means you are completely free from the ahankar. And when you are completely free from this egotistical attitude and feelings, automatically you will be at peace. Your atma will be restful. You will be restful. This is what it is. And when all this Santa Parampara of yesteryears, and we were so fortunate that even in the 20th century, we had such wonderful Swamis and saints to guide us. We had Chidmananda Swami, we had Jai Krishnamurti, we have Baba Amte, who is a completely karma yogi, we have Bhagavad Sri Sathya Sai Baba. These are all like the brilliant lighthouses who are guiding us when we are flowing in the river. And at the end, of course, there is success when you are talking of this, when you're talking of the karma kosha, when you're talking of the jnana yoga, and when you're surrendering everything to through the bhakti yoga to the God. Yatra yogeshwaro krishnaha, yatra partho dhanodaraha, tatra shri vijayo shri bhuta. That means wherever there is God's presence, and wherever we are symbolizing God's presence by Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Partho dhanodara, that means person with tremendous caliber and capability and desire to do the karma. That's where, and when there is the feeling of surrendering everything, that's where the Jayashree will always be there. I hope you like. I tried to share shed light on a few of the points that I have been reading in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is deeper than the Pacific Ocean, larger than the Pacific Ocean, taller than the Himalayas and all those. And I have only dipped my toes in this ocean. So whatever I thought I studied for the last few years, I'm sharing that with you. Again, thank you very much, all of you, for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you all, and for this privilege and honor. Thank you and salam.
Thank you, Uncle Srinivas, for your encouraging talk with an overview of all the spiritually worthwhile activities conducted at our center. Our grateful appreciation to Dr. Jayashree for the spiritually inspiring and captivating address. We are indeed fortunate to have learned from your unique experiences. Thank you for sharing these with us and enlightening us with your knowledge. For our next performance, please join us in welcoming Thatte and Sathya from our youth wing to make a musical presentation.